Hey everybody, welcome to week 14. I'll get right to it, sharing my screen. So here we are. This week is a light week. We're just wrapping up the recast projects. By now you should have everything pretty much finished, since you have your final project due on Wednesday the 24th before we break for Thanksgiving. So let's take a look at our learning outcomes. It's pretty much a repeat since we've been working on this recast project for a couple of weeks now. So nothing new there. The assignments overview, I'm asking you to read chapter 13 in the writer's loop, which is putting it all together in the final portfolio. So while we technically don't have a final in this class, we will have a final portfolio. So here is chapter 13, and the goal of this is to reflect on your growth as a writer and to create a polished portfolio that reviews the work you've created in this course. I want you to pay special attention to section 13.3. Wait for it to come up. And this is creating the portfolio opening statement, or what I call the reflective writing piece, right? Reflective writing, yeah. So you want to understand the current rhetorical situation, what's your purpose, identify how you'd still like to grow as a writer, how to go about writing your opening statement, and we'll actually talk about this in a moment when I get to the assignment page, and then tips on how to write your portfolio opening statement. So that's chapter 13. Make sure you take a look at it. I have a course page on portfolio and reflective writing, and then I just have some links here for you to review if you need them regarding the recast project, information on copyright, fair use, and Creative Commons, and citing your sources. And again, that recast final project is due Wednesday the 24th before we break for Thanksgiving. So let's take a look. The overview, not much there. So regarding the portfolio and reflective writing, I want you to read over the instructions for the assignment. And for this project, you're going to create a writing portfolio that showcases your best work from this course, and it will consist of 3 parts. You have a reflective opening statement letter, you have highlighted pieces. Why does it say 3 parts? I don't know why it says 3 parts. Oh, maybe. So the opening statement letter is just that reflective writing. I want you to think about these questions. How do you want to introduce your portfolio to me? Would it be helpful to review which pieces are actually in the portfolio? What changes have you seen in yourself as a writer from the beginning of the course until now? I want you to pull some example excerpts from early drafts or maybe revised projects to illustrate those changes. What has changed about your writing habits or practices? For example, do you rely on peer feedback more? Do you build in more time for revision than you used to? That kind of thing. What are you most proud about in this portfolio? I want you to think about pointing to a specific piece of writing or discussing part of your writing process that gives you a sense of accomplishment. I want you to be able to reflect upon your growth and what you've learned and how you've become a better writer. Be sure to include a paragraph explaining why you chose each piece. So yeah. What is still difficult about writing that you want to continue working on after this course? Improving your writing is long-term. It's also recursive and an ever-looping process. Then you will include your highlighted pieces. So I want you to read through your drafts of writing projects that you completed for the course and select 2 that you think represent your best work once they're carefully revised. To get started, you might want to think about pieces that you're most proud of and want to include in your final portfolio. If you like, you can also include newly revised versions of previously graded essays. So if you feel like you could go back and revise something, you know, maybe the first essay that you wrote, you want to go back and revise it because you've learned so much since then, you could feel free to do that and put in a newly polished version of an earlier essay. That is definitely acceptable. So here is the formatting guidelines, and I want you to really pay attention to this. I want you to submit a new document, either a doc, docx, or PDF that includes your reflective opening statement letter and highlighted pieces. So this means you'll need to copy and paste previous documents into your portfolio document. I don't want you to attach a document that I want it to be copied and pasted. I want everything all in one place so I can look at it and I'm not opening various attachments. Make sure that your MLA heading is on the first page of the portfolio, which is your reflective opening statement. And then the title should be Final Portfolio, : your full name, okay? Start each piece on a new page. So you're gonna have your reflective writing, and if that takes a page and a half, so be it. Then on page 3, you would have your first piece, however many pages that might be. And then after that ends, you're going to start on the next piece. Make sure that you use correct MLA formatting with 12-inch font, 12-point font, double spacing, and 1-inch margins. So you need to take 4 important steps to finalize your portfolio. Make sure that you carefully proofread the work that you want to submit. Review your opening statement that you've drafted, which will introduce your portfolio, and make sure it meets the guidelines that you have and that you proofread it carefully. Format your portfolio according to the directions above and pay attention to details such as headings, page numbers, and citations as you finalize the formatting. And submit your portfolio by the final due date, which is Wednesday, December 8th. If you go back to the syllabus, let's see. Assessments and activities. The reflective writing that you do, this portfolio, is worth 10% of your grade. So it's important that you do it. Don't overlook it. Don't try to skip it and hope for the best. It's an assignment that's not really asking much additionally. Your reflective opening statement will only be 1 to 2 pages. So it's not a lot of additional writing. It's that plus 2 pieces that you're most proud of, 2 of the essays that you're most proud of. So whether it's your rhetorical analysis essay, whether it's your research essay, or whether it's that recast project that you are just now submitting, any of them is acceptable. So that is the portfolio and reflective writing. And then we have, of course, the recast project, which by now I'm sure you're ready to be done with. You've done some really great work on this project, and I'm looking forward to seeing your polished versions. And that is due again Wednesday, November 24th, whether it's a website, a media recording, file upload, what have you. You know, I know that some of you have created websites, and that's fantastic. Just send me the link so I can take a look again. And I don't have a rubric set up for it, but we'll hope for the best on that. Yeah, so that is week 14 in a nutshell. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving break and you take a little bit of time to rest, and hopefully you're not overwhelmed with finishing things for the end of the semester. But I know that's how it is sometimes. It's life as a student, you know, often there is this time crunch at the end of the semester and you're just ready to be done with everything. But I hope you do take some time to rest and relax and enjoy the people around you. Okay, have a great Thanksgiving. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.